of the consultation screen, which normally is used by the doctors. So normally when a doctor logs in, this is how they would see. They would see the list of patients on the left side, and they could see on the right side is the area where they will be working or adding more details about the patient. So currently, if you see, the tab highlighted is consultation. So that's the specific screen where the doctors would be updating the details and also would be reviewing the history of the patient. So currently, as you could see, the first pop-up that you would see is related to the allergy, uh, basically giving you an idea that what are the possible allergies of the patient for the patient. So here we can capture allergies related to medicine or food, so that we are aware of it before we go ahead and add any prescription. And particularly, I want to highlight an aspect here. If you see here in the medicines, the allergy is actually for the medicine that contains paracetamol. So basically, in Insta, we have a basic engine that will do a comparison when you actually prescribe a medicine, and if it has the same content, Insta will give you a warning to ensure that you're aware that the patient is allergic to that particular medicine. So that's again something which will proactively help you, take care of medicine prescription. At the same time, taking into consideration the possible allergies that the patient might have. Now, to start with the consultation, you just have to click here on the button that says Start New Consultation. And normally, when the doctor logs in, their names would be picked up by default. And you could see the details captured during the initial part of the call will automatically flow in here, like 21 weeks pregnancy routine checkup, kind of, this kind of details would automatically populate into the screen. And also, Insta has an option of simplifying the data entry by, providing you all the standard phrases that you might be frequently using. So here in this case, if you just click on these phrases, all the reference phrases, all the standard phrases that you might be using frequently can be added into this, so that it's easy for you to just pick and add it to the complaint list. And so if you see here, these are the different sections currently available. So you can see the complaints, triad summary, allergies, vitals, history of present illness, physical examination, obstetrics history, gynecology history, review of systems, antenatal review, and then review of system, and then gynae obstetric history. These are all certain sections given just for your reference. All right, and at the same time, Insta has the flexibility of allowing you to redesign all these sections that you see here based on your specific requirement. These are all just for your reference. However, we can remove it or add new sections based on your specific requirements. And in fact, this could be designed completely by your the clinic admin team, because we have given them an access to modify these screens based on your requirement as you start using Insta. Now, if you see here, I just want to give you an update about what are the different types or what are the different ways in which we can collect the data. So as you could see here, these are text boxes. We can give you check boxes like this with an option for you to document. You also have check boxes in this format where you can actually choose the appropriate check boxes, and if you have any notes, you can just type that in over here, and this becomes a part of the patient's electronic medical record. Now, once and also another form of data that we would capture is actually in the form of images. So we can also have an option where you can put images, and you can actually mark on the images as well. Those are also options which you could utilize. Now, once all the observations, all the documentations are done, we go with the diagnosis part. That's the place where you would be capturing information about the patient's diagnosis. So here you can search either by the code that you normally use, or you could search with the keywords associated with the diagnosis. So we can have primary, secondary, and the reason for visit as a diagnosis type. You can add multiple secondary diagnosis based on the patient's clinical condition. And again, if it is if it is a patient, if it is a chronic patient, then in those cases you have options of looking into the previous diagnosis and adding it to the current one using this show show previous diagnosis. Basically, that will give you a glimpse of what happened during the previous visits, and if it is a repetition of the same condition, probably we can select this and add it to the current consultation. So that's also another option which Insta can provide you. And once the diagnosis is captured, we go with the management part. So that's the area where we'll be adding information about uh, what are the different services that we recommend to the patient. So you can actually do it in multiple ways. So here in general you can add information, the name of the test or diagnosis, and you can add it directly. That's one way of doing it. So for example, if I added CBC, it'll actually list out the lab test. You can add it directly. In fact, the system is seamlessly interconnected with the insurance insurance plan. So it will also tell you whether this particular service is covered or not covered under the insurance. As you could see here, it states it very explicitly. Now I'm just adding this service. The next way of adding this in a prescription or management is actually using this add new prescription item. Basically here you have to click and you can see that we have the option of adding medicines, investigation, services, surgeries, and you can refer, do the cross referrals. All these things can be actually managed using this single screen. And here I'm just adding a medicine that has paracetamol. When you add this, basically, since there was an allergy indicated or captured in the patient's medical record, it's actually giving a warning saying that drug allergy interaction warning, actually allowing you to take precautions before you even recommend this medicine. So basically, this is just to have a control on how you prescribe the medicines, and otherwise you just need to type in the name of the medicine and it'll be listed out here. And if the store or the pharmacy is connected, it'll also show you the available quantity so that you can add it directly. Normally uh, you have to do this activity probably once when you do it initially. However, later all these can be added to your favorite, so that instead of adding all these fields individually, you can just take it or add it from the from your favorite list of medicines. So here I've added this as your favorite medicine. Now if I just go back here to add from favorites, you could see that all the items that you've added as a part of your favorites will be listed out here. So here you can see I've added this ointment over here, and it's actually a part of your favorites. So the next time onwards, if you want to prescribe, you just click on this and it will be added. So you don't have to add all these details like route or frequency, duration, all these things. You just don't have to add it. And if you want to make any changes, you just have to come back here and click on edit so that you can make the changes according to your requirement. You can even search the different diagnosis, even different services by using the the CPT codes. That's also possible. Again, based on the insurance plan, it will tell you whether it is covered or not covered. And here you can see that this is being added. I'm adding this into the doctor's references, and I'm saving this right now, so you can see the different services that was recommended by you would be listed out here. You just have to save this consultation so that this data becomes available for the front desk to take up the action. Now if you scroll down, we also have an option for a follow-up. So in case if you want to set a date when you want to meet the patient the next time, you just select the date, and this becomes an activity for the front desk to follow up and get a confirmation on the appointment. Now during this consultation, we also have an option wherein you can create templates. So again, based on the different type of patients that you're frequently getting, you can create templates so that you don't if you choose the template, it'll automatically fill the entire field, and you just have to make changes as appropriate to the respective patients. Now again, these templates are not flat, and which flat in the sense like we are not creating this and giving it to you. Instead, you you could add this using these other actions. You can save as templates once after you fill it out for the first time, and give a name for that template, so that the next time onwards, if the same kind of patient repeats, you just have to choose a template and automatically update the details in this consultation screen. Along with that, for you to review the patient's clinical history, we have given access to a menu option called as the EMR view. Basically, if you click on this, it will launch the electronic medical record of the patient, wherein the entire history of the patient would be listed on a single screen. So you can see different tabs are available here, where if you click on labs, you can see all the lab test results. Click on any one of the test results and you can see the details on the right side. If there is any consent forms captured, you can see that it will be available here. If you want to check the consultation, so these are all the previous consultations. Any one of the consultation, if you click on it, you can see the details on the right side. All right, so these are the options available for you to look into the past history or the patient's clinical history. Once this is done, if you want, if one other option that I want to highlight here is related to the vitals. So you can see that here vitals are being captured on multiple occasions, and practically it may not be easy for a doctor to visit all the individual vital signs and then understand and do the correlations. Instead, we have given them an option called as vital trend report. Basically, it will generate a trend report graph for the vital parameters that you want to compare. So here I'm choosing this diastolic and systolic and choosing the period last 1 year. Click on chart. It'll actually pivot a chart showing you how the vital parameters are fluctuating within the patient. Same kind of a chart could be extracted for the lab test results as well. For all the tests which is value based, we have an option enabling the user to generate a comparative chart. These are the different options available within Insta for you to capture. So as I was mentioning, these sections are completely configurable. Yeah, these are just for your reference. Just like however, you can add or you can create your own screens, based on your standard workflow that you're following right now. All right. Now, so I'm just saving this so that considering that all the documentations are done, and now the patients can walk up to the billing desk so that they could take care of the billing part as well. Now, once this is done, if the patient goes to the the billing desk will be having access to this order tab. Basically, they don't have to communicate anything external to the system, like calling them and telling them the services details or something like that, or the nurse carrying a printout of the different services recommended by the doctor. Instead, Insta would be cascading this information from the doctor consultation screen to the order screen. So here, the billing person has to click on add new order. It will show you the current visit. Click on the visit. System will give a prompt saying that there are pending prescriptions available, and all you just have to do is click on order from pending prescriptions, and all the items added by the doctor would be listed out there. All right, so you can see, we'll just refresh the screen. Here it says pending prescriptions available. Click on order pending prescriptions. You can see the services recommended by the doctor would be listed out here. Click on save, and all these items will be added to the order so that you can save it and create the bill. Okay, and just again, this goes out of the normal billing process, wherein if this is insurance, ideally it has to go through the process of getting the prior authorization. That's again another workflow where Insta has the option of directly sending these recommendations directly to the Shafafia to get the prior authorization. Only with approval, Insta will allow the users to order this item because without the approval ID, it will actually warn you, so that to get the approval and then generate the bill. So if you could see, right now I just manually entered the approval IDs and I've clicked on save, and you could see that the bill is already generated, and all these items are added to the insurance bill that was created earlier for consultation. So this basically completes the workflow from the doctor's perspective. Taking the patient from the consultation screen, how it is connected to the billing and ordering screen. If you click on this bill number, just to give you an idea how the bill would look like, they can clearly see what are the line items recommended by the doctor and how they can manage the payment. So here they could see that the line items are clearly displayed. The system will also tell the billing person what is the patient due and what is the insurance due, and the billing person just have to click here on payments and collect the patient portion and complete the transaction. That's a quick view about how we manage the patient journey within the Insta workflow. Thank you.